It's time for
Oh, I always do that. Hey!
It's time for Murder Moose.
That's me screaming it, but I
know.
also can't just do that all the time. There was a
know.
time,
So-
though, that I could.
So, Ken, I don't know if you know the background on our theme song. Josh had some some recorded audio from his band that he was in back in the day that didn't have any audio, so he just screamed some lyrics about Murder Moose, and here we are.
No, at first, I took the song because it was the only song that we fully recorded all the instruments to and didn't do any vocals whatsoever on it. So it was just there on my computer for like 10 years. So I made some random vocals and then soft released it, didn't actually, and then was like, well, this isn't being used for anything. So I changed one line to "It's time for Murder Moose," and there we go. We got a fucking song. Yay!
Yeah,
And it's time.
Yay.
It's fucking time.
It's time. We're late this week because Ken had adventures, so we were recording like the night before this releases, which is
We're not late. We're right on time. Everyone's
I meant-
listening to this at Thursday morning at 9 in the morning or whatever.
Yep.
Because
I put it up
in
on
the
it goes audio version goes out at like 6 o'clock our time, so like 8 a.m. Eastern, but yeah. And then 9
I just do it at 9:30 on YouTube so I can get to work, log in, have a coffee, update the website, and then watch the fucking video with the one person that watches the video at 9:30.
It's
There's
probably
usually
Dread.
one.
It's probably Dread Horde.
I was
Because-
gonna say it's because he's got the memes like that,
Yep, the memes are instantaneous and they're
and they're
always
gold.
wonderful. They're
Do
gold.
not ever change.
The taco blowjob meme I was circulating that again today in the Discord. Also, we are Murder Moose, and we are part of the Slash and Cast Podcast Network. It's in the game.
It's in the game. It's in the game.
It's in the game. So how you
It is.
motherfuckers?
It's in the fucking game, Rod. Did you know this?
It's in the game. Remember,
Yeah.
when you put your penis in, it's in the game.
Fuck. I forgot. I fucking
Wait.
forgot.
Did I just lose the game?
No, because you can, when you receive the penis, you could say it's in the game.
Yeah, you're the game.
Or
You know that I was
or-
making another joke.
I know, but
Yeah,
Ken,
but
also
For us to go completely literal on top was an even bigger joke.
Fair.
this is layers on layers, Ken.
Yeah, it's
Layers. This
It's
this
like
is
a
Inception
baklava.
bullshit.
of jokery.
Of- Or
Covered in honey.
Inception. Inception. How many Inceptions layers deeps are we? Deeps are I'm putting S's on words that I don't even know what the fuck is.
I don't
going
know who
on.
crumbles honey, but I crumbled some honey.
Now I want pistachios and honey.
Oh,
Speaking of that, I have a mess. No, I have chocolate covered pistachios
Oh, that looks really good.
on the floor.
That just keep it away from sleepwalking, Ken, and we're good.
I have RGB.
Oh.
Ken has been playing Jedi Survivor, and I want to play it, but don't want to play it at the same time because it's a
This is the
disaster.
way.
Yeah, this is the way. It crashed on Ken like 3 times in a row. Yesterday, was it?
Yeah,
Is
once
it
I
brand
validated
new?
the files, it was fun. It was fine. Yeah.
It came out last Friday, but it's had its issues.
All
Drop
these
frames,
new games
guys.
are so fucking heavy on your GPU, though. Like it's like ridiculous now.
Jedi Fallen Order, I was listening to Coe and them talk about it and Zeke on Sunday. They said it doesn't do anything with your GPU. It's not even
Really?
like the highest end systems are having issues with that game because it's not optimized right.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds like they didn't get enough time like optimizing the game before they had to release it.
Amateurs.
Because then Tuesday Redfall came out and the same thing happened. It's just fucking PC gaming. I mean, gaming right now with AAA games is like a disaster right now.
Redfall. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. I know that this is not a gaming podcast, but can
But
I just tell you,
This
It's
is
a horror
Murder
game.
Moose.
Yep.
if you have played Back for Blood, or Left 4 Dead or both, congratulations. You've played Redfall exceptionally cheaper, but instead of with vampires, you're playing with zombies because Redfall is vampire.
Yeah.
It was $70 something. Paid for it, didn't get a copy code, which was fine because I actually didn't ask. It was so not worth it. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Bethesda. I love you.
It's just everyone's just rushing to get games out, and I'm like, why? Just get the. I mean, I don't know. It's that the reoccurring thing. And that game is a horror game because of vampires, but like, yeah.
Because it gets to a certain point where they need to get a return on their investment, probably, and they're like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's get this fucking thing out and start making some money so we can pay
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. That game's on
'Cause
Game Pass too, so I don't know. I wanted to say, Josh, I have been spreading the word of the unbearable weight of massive talent as much as possible. I keep putting gifs of it out.
Yeah.
And my boss walked by today, and I left one in our Slack channel, and he's like, "What is that from?" I was like, "The unbearable weight of massive talent. You have to watch it because it's amazing." And I don't think I sold him, but I was trying because that movie is amazing.
It's too good.
Yep.
I always pepper on that I laughed so hard that I missed so many parts of the movie that I have to rewatch it, and
Yeah.
it leaves that like, ooh, it's like holy
Yeah.
shit, like that funny, really? Like even if they don't
Yeah.
find the humor that I do, it was totally my sense of humor,
Yeah.
and then they put a cherry on top, and then I laughed at the cherry. Look at the cherry.
You said cherry. Giggity. Ken, how was your trip with AJ? You guys have a good time?
Chirp.
It was a lot of fun. We went to the game store that you saw.
Yeah.
We went to another game store. We went back to the game store you saw. We went to another game store. We went to a Warhammer store that was closed. I don't play board games, so but it was fun because I did find some stuff that was neat. And then we went to like Hot Topic, and we went to some other places and ate a bunch and hung out.
I kept
played
saying that.
Dark Souls, and
I kept saying AJ looked like, that old thing that they used to do at Toys R Us, like where you got to go and pick up as many toys as you could in like 2 minutes or something like that. That's what AJ looked like. He was like, I got to pick it all up. Whee! It made me giggle.
he got me this like kick-ass, like, the Loungefly mini bags. It's not actually Loungefly, but it's a Mothman bag.
Aw,
And he got me like a ton of shirts. Oh, he got me D&D dice. Like,
nice.
just a ton of stuff. And now he's in Pennsylvania.
You got your dope ass Midsummer shirt, which is wonderful.
I love it.
I think Ralph sent this through the stream.
I love it. I love it. It is wonderful. I was gonna say something else, and now my brain is like tired today.
Your brain
So-
is warm because it's under a toque.
It is
Did you say
goddamn
it's under a tube?
toque. That's what Canadians called knit caps or toques.
It's a toque.
Oh, how do you spell that?
I
thought it was TOOK.
E.
I don't know.
Oh, like took?
No, I don't know. I don't know how you
It's
spell it.
TOQUE.
Is that how you spell it? Okay. I have no
Toque.
idea. I this is not the first time I've done a Canadian podcast with a Canadian, so I've heard toque before. So yeah.
No,
My,
that's not how you spell it. Toque.
There's
Yeah,
a
that's how you
Twitch
spell it.
streamer his name is Geeksay, and it's Geeksay, like Canadians say A.
That's cute.
And yeah, he streamed a lot of Tarkov, and now I think he's been streaming Warzone. But yeah, yep,
That's how you can tell I'm Canadian, by the way.
because you say A.
Well, that too. And toque.
Yeah,
I
toque
would
is
also like to take a moment and point out the fact that I did not pay attention to the poster when I came in earlier, and that is like the dopest poster. So great job.
it's very cool. It looks like
Thank
you
you.
know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like a 3D poster.
That's
'Cause of the-
what. Yeah.
Yeah, the red and blue.
I was this is when I was making that push to potentially go back to YouTube, but then I did one of the like videos and then was like, I'm too ambitious. I'm not going back. Fuck all this shit. And I made 3 different Scream posters. This was my favorite though.
It's dope. I really like it. New York City is such a cool setting for Scream. But yeah. Yeah, and we are talking about Scream 6 tonight. Is there anything else like horror-wise you guys watched before we dive into this?
I feel like I was looking for something horror while I was gone and like had no luck. Not really horror, but kind of while I was gone. I was watching the like Osbourne's Wanna Believe or whatever with Ozzy Osbourne and everything. It was so bad because I watch YouTube videos by like Sir Spooks and Chills and all these other people that are such better content, but Ozzy's pretty funny, so.
You know what you could have watched, Ken?
Let's see. The Grass Grow. I heard that's a lot of fun to watch.
Damn you, Ken!
We have Creep 2005 as well as a suggestion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Also,
actually, that popped up somewhere else this week while I was out.
On Plex.
Actually, probably because I was flipping through it quite a lot.
Okay. But with that, we are talking about Scream 6 from 2023, and it will be as follows. It reads, in the next installment, the survivors of the Ghostface killings leave Woodsboro behind to start a fresh chapter in New York City. So I can't read, but I like this movie, and I liked it better.
Better job than I do.
I like this movie better the second time, but I have a major problem in this film. This movie has zero stakes. Zero stakes, and it drives me fucking crazy.
But I don't know, because when I went and saw this, and again, I think you said this to me as well, the second time watching, you'll like it more. And I fucking did 100%.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going in with all of the baggage that I had and seeing it in the theater opening day, and like my expectations were like getting dragged along with me. This time I watched it with zero expectations, just to like kind of see what I've missed. And in watching it with that like approach to it, I really started to see, yes, the major gripe is there's no stakes, but at the same time, it's really not taking itself serious at all anymore. And I kind of love that. It's having a lot of fun with all the tropes that are a Scream movie trope. And it's kind of almost making it like meta comedy about it. Weirdly.
There are, 4 murders by Ghostface in this movie? 4? And that's...
the murders are brutal. And that... Come on, that bodega scene is fucking dope. It's so good.
Bodega
it's Jurassic
scene
Park.
I know, but the problem is you have these fucking main characters, Chad specifically, who's a fucking superhuman.
Yeah, I know.
It's in
he
there.
got fucking double poked by 2 fucking people at the same time.
My wife and I
fucker even stay alive.
My wife and I are sitting there counting the number of. He gets stabbed like 13 times. You could guess.
31.
I'm like that. He survives. The fucking all the core 4 get fucking destroyed, and none of them die. And the fucking sister, Chad's sister, is like gets like real stabbed in the fucking subway, and it, like 6 minutes later is running around like she's on fucking meth. The fucking. And it takes away what the fuck the Ghostface are doing in this film, because you're sitting there going, they did shit. Once you learn that the fucking redhead is one of the fucking killers, there goes one of the kills right away. You have the first kill in the movie isn't even by a Ghostface killer. It's by the kid from the Grand Budapest Hotel, just wanting to be a Ghostface. Then you have the random lesbian who gets
we got to have some rant music, okay? Rant away.
Rant. Okay, yeah, like I said, first kill, you get the random guy getting killed who's killing other people. So you have him, you have his roommate isn't killed on screen. You have the lesbian gets fucking gutted and is running. The motherfucker stabs her, twists the blade around 6 times, and she's running around for 10 minutes after that. You have the bodega guy who no fucking confirmation he gets killed because in this movie you get stabbed once, nobody dies. And then the lesbian has to fall 4 stories to die.
Yeah.
And is the last kill in the whole fucking movie. Oh no, sorry. You have Gail's stud black husband or boyfriend who gets, you just see his body flop over, don't see him get anything happen to him. There are no stakes in this film. You can't, it's like Michael Myers like fucked a bunch and all the kids in this movie are like Michael Myers' children because they take as much damage as Michael Myers. It's insane. All of them besides probably the main chick would have died. Even like Wednesday would have died. Like everyone got fucked up. And there is zero. Gail got fucked up. And you could kind of go, well, the paramedics were there. But Chad
got his shit rocked multiple fucking times.
Yeah.
And still comes out.
During it is just like, go.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know it. Okay. What the high
I'll be
school?
fine.
Literally, it's fine. I know I'm gonna survive this. Just go. It's fine.
The high school I went to, some guy in like when I was in like middle school or elementary school, he stabbed a guy with a 4-inch blade, which is about the size of like the knife these guys use, in the stomach one time, and that motherfucker died. And this guy went to jail for a very long time doing it. These guys are stabbing people like gunk, 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 like fucking stab machine guns, and no one dies. It's just
stabbing is wild.
Yeah.
Like just so brutal.
Yeah.
Welcome to the other side of Rod's rant. You made it.
It's okay. And I don't want to say I don't like this movie because it's intense. It's got a lot going for it. The
really
kills
liked
are good.
Adding that music to your rant, by the way, it made it fucking rad.
The only other thing that's kind of weird about it feels like the fucking Ginger is doing all the murders in this, all the like Ghostface scenes, because they always show the brother and the dad, and it's like
the dad could be doing it and then just like hiding the masks and shit.
Well, because
you never know. You never
I don't know.
Rod.
Also Gail getting stabbed again, who's like in her 50s and gets stabbed for the 900th time. It's
so she can get more plastic surgery, Rod.
That's not Gail. That's Courtney Cox, and nothing's going to stop her plastic surgery, Josh. Her face is like pulled back like Skeletor's
Wait, who's
at this point. Oh my God. And that's my biggest thing with this movie. It's just like, I wish you had the stakes. I don't know. We've been talking about Screams for like a couple months now because we've been going off and on, and that the only one we haven't done this current cycle is 5 because Josh and I had done it when it came out. But like,
like I said, that one, I feel like when you're gonna do the first requel of a huge franchise that is, the catalyst of all the slasher movies to come from it type thing, it was taken really fucking seriously. And then they did the thing like Halloween. It had that time before it for the team to really hone in a story and to really show like, no, you're giving us the keys. Like, we are going to take care of this. And then they're like, okay, you made a shit ton of money. Here you go. The keys are yours now. And they're like, fuck, we got to write a new one again. Shit. And then they do this. And that's what I felt like with Halloween. It's the same kind of thing I feel like with this, but at the same time, rewatching it and it just being stupid and fun. Yeah. They're not going too far out of what you should expect. And because this is the franchise, they say it several times in the movie as well. It's the franchise for people that started watching Scream when we started watching Scream. So they are really wanting this type of shit in movies, and they're catering we're old. We want what we saw. And
Yeah.
that's why it was good then. And we're like, fuck you. What are you doing? This isn't as good as it used to be. But we're also
Yeah.
old men on our fucking porches
dude.
with a shotgun right now.
To be fair though, like it's like I feel like the brutality in 5 was way higher than this one. Like
They
that
cut
open
away a lot. Like they showed
Yeah.
like above and just a splatter on so many of the
Yeah.
kills, which
Yeah.
I felt like it was a lot more old school because of that. But
Yeah. Well, it's like that like the opening kill in Scream 5 with like not the Jenny Ortega thing because she doesn't die, obviously, right? Like the guy getting stabbed in the neck is just like, ugh! The guy from
Yeah.
and the guy in the face. They did the face
Yeah.
in both movies, like the
oh yeah, I forgot
through
about the
door. Like,
psychologist.
that was
he
fucking
does
good.
die.
That was a good
Yeah,
one.
that was the most brutal one in the movie. Besides, I don't know, man. It's just like it doesn't feel like it just feels like when
The
you
core
don't,
4, as soon as they had like a logo or a name,
Yeah.
a brand, you just know shit. They're just not going anywhere. They're the
Yeah.
new core 4.
And okay, you do that, then bring more motherfucking characters around to fucking murder kill because you're not killing anyone. You're just going, okay, you're gonna get stabbed 18 times and not die. It's like,
Are you happy, Kin, that we we've done this with the
Mhm.
Scream franchise? We're
I
here.
actually am. I'm very happy about it. Sorry, I was just listening to you guys because I was like, this is really good. I like it. Honestly, like what it makes me think of sometimes when we're talking about Scream in general, but especially for some reason this one, and I'm not sure why. Do you remember when we talked about Sick
Yeah.
a few months ago? Like it just-
Underwhelming.
like it was very underwhelming, but like for whatever reason, it may have been 5 even, but every time I watch it, I'm like, man, Sick just like straight up wanted to be Scream. Like that's just
Oh,
what it
yeah.
wanted to do.
it was the same writer. Yeah.
Yeah, it
so
was.
Oh well, then that would explain.
yeah. Kevin Williamson, who did I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream 1 and 2, and I think 3. He had some part of most of the Screams, but yeah, that's why. Yeah, and that movie is way smaller scale, and I liked it, but yeah, it was another. But that's the thing though. Like that movie was
It
like
had
it never.
some really good parts.
Yeah.
Like really well executed parts.
Yeah.
But overall, the pacing was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for an
Yeah,
hour and 45 minutes or whatever it was,
Oh.
and you're like, it was
Make
like
it
you
fucking
could take a half an hour out of this
Yeah,
movie
half
and
hour
not have
out.
a problem. and
editor. Come
Immediately.
on.
so I think that like this is one of those, and it reconfirms my belief that by far though Scream 3 is the worst Scream, and it's not even close. Still, this like Scream 3 is so much worse than any of the other Screams, but like this movie does flow better the second time.
I feel
it's
like-
also
I don't know, man. I feel like this one's worse than 3.
Really?
no.
I
This
love the
movie
first 3 so much.
Dude, Scream 3 is a fucking disaster of a film, and you know it. The writing's bad. The acting's bad. The fucking kills
Courtney-
are bad. You have fucking
Courtney Cox's hair bad in 3, or was it 2?
no, it's 3. It's
It's
Yeah,
part.
3.
it-
See, even her hair is bad.
Her hair is epically bad. I mean, that's the one I make a reference all the time. But it's like,
4 is
the-
good. It's like New Nightmare.
yeah. Well, that's the problem because of the Columbine made him rewrite Scream 3, as I've talked about a couple times on here, and it just they even joke about it in
Yeah,
the film.
but Jay and
but-
Silent Bob are in 3, so
It
it's
doesn't
instantly
matter.
better than
Jay
it.
and Silent Bob shouldn't be in a Scream movie. Jason Takes Manhattan is in this movie, so it's better than Scream 3. God damn it. Also, Roman is
do like
by far the worst killer.
I like the cold open of this and the reference to Jason, and the guy's name is Jason, and he's watching Jason takes a boat, and he's like, there's so many. I feel like of all the movies, they're all very like lover of horror movies, and they have characters that do that.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like, is really peppering it on because they don't have
dude.
Randy. They have
Yeah.
to have like more references, and I feel like of all the we're horror lovers. We will
Yeah.
see all these like things, and I
Dude.
overly enjoyed all the little
The two subway
a
car
question.
scenes.
tip.
Yes.
Sorry.
You're good.
So, they every time they're like, oh, there's a copycat or whatever, or where, oh, these are happening. Why is it that they get to determine who the real Scream killers are and not one in, say, New Jersey? Why do they get to determine?
I don't know how much. I think this is the only ones that people are actually running around in the mass, or maybe because they. I don't know. I mean, because like, right? You have the. So the original trilogy, and this movie also is the only movie Sydney's not in.
Just imagine your fucking teacher is that hot. Why would you want to kill her? She's fucking so hot.
I love Samara Weaving, and they have the Ready or Not cosplay in the on the train. I love that fucking movie, man. It is
It's so
wacko
good.
crazy and it's so good. I don't know, like that's the problem, Ken, right? Because of the like they have this weird like universe here where like the stab movies exist and like
yeah, it's
you-
getting messy.
yeah, it's messy with like how the fuck did they get all this evidence in the like the thing, like they have evidence. I watched a video on What Culture the other day, and it was like 10 movies that need to stop doing one thing, and for Scream it was they need to stop the Billy Loomis flashbacks or the images.
Yes, I
Because-
actually fucking agree.
Oh,
He doesn't look good.
Age well.
Well, it's they
No, they're de-aging him.
they're de-aging him is the problem.
Is that the problem?
Yeah,
Yes.
He just looks weird.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
he looks
de-aging
fucking
him,
weird.
and so he looks
that would
weird as
explain
shit.
it.
Yeah, they de-age him, and I think that they kind of step back on that one in this movie compared to the first one. It feels like, or it feels less jarring in this movie than it did in the first one. But
Yeah.
in both of them, it feels weird because of the we talked about it on Screen 3, the fucking Sydney seeing her mother thing. That was annoying then, and it's like the Billy trying to convince her to be a killer kind of thing, and these two is a little weird. And
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't piece that together.
yeah.
They really want people to speak to their dead parents.
Yeah. Well, I understand because they want to get fucking they wanted Billy back in it. I mean, Billy is and will always be the GOAT of Scream killers. Billy is the I don't care your stupid fucking logic that Roman went back to do this bullshit. No. Billy is the fucking killer, and he got like his Stu was in love with Billy, and so Billy convinced Stu to come kill people with him, and that's all that will always be, that Billy is the mastermind, because number 3 is a shit show, and the Roman thing still makes zero sense, and yeah, but also
It's
It's in the game.
it's in the game. I do approve of them dropping the TV on the dude's head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another
Stu-
Callback. There's a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
Felt like the yellow chainsaw in Evil Dead. It was like, hey, there's a TV. It was probably the same TV.
I wish that oh man, Billy's the guy that worked with Billy. Oh god, brain.
Stu?
Stu. I still wish they would bring Stu back somehow.
They originally were planning on bringing it back for 3. Like that was which is why it's been a fucking rumor. And then when the 3's fucking shit show happened because of fucking the Columbine, that got rewritten, but then it's been like, it was a rumor before 5 they were bringing Stu back. It was a rumor before 6 that they were bringing Stu back. So like, yeah, it's a thing. Also, we talked about it when we watched Scream 4 a couple weeks ago. Like, what do you call it? Kirby being back is another character like that you left that movie thinking she was dead, and they brought her back, and she had a gnarly scar. Like she had that scar from where she got stabbed by the guy killer in 4, whatever the fuck his name was. Not Sydney's cousin, but yeah. So that was another weird thing with like this movie, and like just I don't know, like why I say stakes, because like if you go through these movies, like we're gonna
'cause he's
have
hungry.
Scream. What?
It's because you're hungry. You want a steak.
I don't know. When you go through when Scream 7 comes out, I have zero concern any of these 4 characters are going to get killed.
Yeah.
Zero.
It's
I mean,
turned
Chad-
into like a
character I
sitcom.
want is Jenna Ortega's character, and it's not even her character I want. I just want her in the movie. You
Yeah.
know.
But
I could
she's
see
this
them.
major star power now of this
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Wednesday is like
I'm so
which
sorry.
she's already awesome
Sorry.
anyways, and she's probably
Yeah.
the best actor in this movie. She just brings it, and
Dude.
every scene she's in, she's
Yeah.
out acting everyone.
Dude, her sister is the worst actor out of all the main characters too, and I know I shouldn't be like her eyebrows distract me
I
every
like 'em.
time she's on screen. They're
I
just
don't
like
normally like big eyebrows, but I think they look really good on her for some reason.
I don't like them. Whatever. It's just a personal thing. I'm just saying it's me. I'm not saying she's still a pretty lady. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Pretty
also-
lady.
Walking down the street.
pretty woman. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
I saw a
Yes.
meme today about Pretty Woman where he's like, what did it say? It's like when he offers her $3,000 for 6 days, and she's like, "Yeah," successfully taking her $100 an hour down to $21 an hour. Businessman.
Do business at the business
Which
factory.
which is appropriate since we're in the middle of the writer's strike too. Like in how.
Oh God.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna know what happens. I get all my news from like Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert, and now they're all gone. I'm not gonna know what the fuck is going on anywhere.
Oh, there's
because-
another one? Didn't that
Yeah, the
happen
writer's
before?
strike started.
That's what I
Yes.
said. Somebody was telling me about it, and I was like, they were like, yeah, there hasn't been one in 15 years, and I was like, I swear
What?
there was just one.
No, they were threatening, I think, before, and then but like, yeah, they are not enjoying the AI bullshit which is happening, which is
Oh.
a fair thing because, yeah, it's fucking scary. It's a scary world we live in.
Yeah, but isn't this
So-
just a way for everyone to be like, "Oh, you're not available? Okay, I guess I have to use AI now."
Yeah, let them do that and see how well it works out for him because it's not going to work out for him well. It's
Not
like,
yet.
yeah. Man, all I know is why do we want Skynet to come? This world's already bad.
don't.
This is how it
It's-
starts, though. Like everyone knows, but it's
Yeah.
also everyone knows in the movie
Yeah.
too. So like, it's inevitable, man.
Nobody listens to Sarah Connor though. She's kind
No.
of bonkers, but yeah.
Sarah Connor.
You know what's interesting? Now that Disney owns Terminator, I'm interested to see what they do with that because they've done they did a good job with Predator. So they got Terminator, which by the way is a slasher, and I will fight you until the day I die. But
I agree. I don't
Yeah,
know who
I'm not-
doesn't agree, and the person that doesn't agree, just keep doing it because they're just trolling you, man.
I know it's Katie. It's classy Katie who doesn't.
Oh well, she's a fucking troll. Come on.
Oh no, she loves messing with me. I mean, as most people do. So, I'm interested to see what they do with Terminator, and I'm interested to see what they do with this Alien TV show that they're working on. So, we'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know.
TV
I just
show.
know that I'm so tired of the Transformer trailers.
Yeah,
I'm just tired. Everyone's tired of Transformers. Why do they keep making them?
dude. I think I made it through the first 3 and haven't seen. I didn't even watch Bumblebee, which I heard was good, but like,
Who gives
I'm
a
just-
fuck? They're all the same. Jesus.
I'm
I
just
don't want
tired
more.
of. I'm just tired of the noise that is like, and then you get Mark Wahlberg, who is one of those actors who's like even if you pay him a shit ton of money, he's not guaranteed to show up and actually give a fuck. And
Yeah.
it didn't seem like he gave a fuck in any of those movies. So no, those movies haven't been good in a long time. I feel like, and I just
Shia
But-
LaBeouf, like the original had like one of those things where it's like this is new, but it also
Yeah.
had like Shia LaBeouf like not. He was on his like rise
Yeah.
then, and he really brought it, and there was a lot of chemistry, and he has that like quirkiness to him that added to the movie, and it's been
That-
missing ever since he has left those.
And that was also when Toe Thumbs was at her
Megan
peak
Fox,
of
yeah.
Thumb
Me. I got
Toe Thumbs.
You've seen
No,
my toe thumbs, right?
You don't have Megan Fox toe thumbs though. Also,
I mean, those are very toe-esque thumbs.
you're not as hot as Megan Fox, Josh. I hate to tell you.
Fuck you, Rod. Fuck you.
Dude, she was really good in that movie with the
No, she's
with
hot.
Her, where her
yes,
husband
I
killed
agree.
himself. Did you ever see that? I think I watched it on Plex, but yeah, that was really good. With
Just because
Not
it's
really
on
good, it
my
was fun.
Plex doesn't mean I've seen it. There's
Yeah,
like
that's true.
2,000 movies on there.
I have to say there was a lot. I mean, going through this movie again, I think that the weirdest thing, for one, we kind of talked about it, but not really. There are 3 killers in this movie, which is the first time for this, and I think that it threw off the whole like guessing game of killers the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think that it made more sense the other time. And after watching it through, like they do a lot of like goofy jokes.
I hate the third act explain-a-thon. This is what we're going to do next. And then we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do this.
Well, this one also has the least, like, they just basically go, yeah, we're mad because you killed Richie, is like what it ends up.
Yeah, but then they
being.
explain everything they're going to do and then framing her. And then you're going to be holding this knife and wearing the mask. And
also, how does this bitch keep getting away with stabbing people? Okay.
I wanted to know that too. Like I've had that question about so many movies we've watched lately. I'm like, listen, it doesn't matter if it's in self-defense or not. Some motherfucker's going to be suing this individual and they're going to be in jail.
When
Like,
does
I can't even walk up to somebody and punch him in the face anymore. Okay.
When does self-defense turn into like egregious homicide? She stabbed the motherfucker, they said in this movie, 22 times, and she stabs this the cop. Also, one of the most ridiculous scenes in this movie. This is what happened. She's like, comes up to him in her scream, and he's like, and then she starts stabbing his arms, and he's like, it's like a wacky, wavy, inflatable arm man. Like he doesn't even try to stop her. He just stands there and goes,
Yep.
And is by far the most ridiculous kill in the whole movie. But it's
he's like, yeah. He's like this. What?
He's like, I'm grumpy.
I just have a picture of him.
I mean, just conveniently, I wish that was just something that was always there.
Josh just jerks off to it constantly, and so he needs it there. It makes it. He cannot climax unless that guy is standing on the screen.
Look at this. Come on, the teacher.
God, she's beautiful. Samara Weaving is a very pretty lady, and they made her such a dweeb in this movie, and it would make sense because she's like a brand new a college professor who's in love with, you know. I also did prefer that, like, I did enjoy that they, like...
Here's the... this is why I have it open,
okay.
by the way.
I just saw Lost in New York for a second, and I'm like, damn.
Come on, they're Lost in New York.
Yes, it's true. Yes.
It's Scream 2,
Home Alone
Lost
2.
in New York.
Dude, they have the music cue when they show the college, just like Scream 2.
I know. They pulled a lot of the same sound effects and music from the original now. And I kind of love that they're doing that.
Okay, so I have to ask, because Scream 1 and Scream 2 kind of followed along a lot of the same parallels. Does that mean that Billy has another illegitimate child in the next movie?
Do it. I don't understand how they're going to continue to keep tying it in. Your mom also slept with this man's toe, and
no, all they have to do is Billy
gave me trench foot.
Billy fucked someone else, and him and it's her half brother again. That's all it is. That's all they have to do, and it would be the exact same trilogy again.
Don't, Rod. Don't even say it, because then it will come true. It happens.
It's gonna come true already, Josh. I'm predicting it now. And when it happens in 2024, I'm gonna pull this audio up, and it's gonna be me saying that Billy's other illegitimate child killed some motherfuckers.
I don't believe you. I do not believe you.
And he's gonna be a director in Hollywood.
I
And
don't believe you.
and now
Believe
they're
it or not.
gonna hire Gina
Believe
Carano
it
to be
or
the
not.
anti-vaxxer in this one instead of.
No.
Why does your fart sound like it's underwater now? I don't know. Oh man, I'm just calling it now. I assume that's what's gonna happen, but
Who gave me a fucking soundboard?
I don't know. Also, I wish that
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wish they would have.
I'm sorry. I don't even know why that's funny. I'm sorry.
No, it was very funny because it was so just. I don't know.
That's called trying to just move on from
No,
Josh's
you
shenanigans.
God.
You can't.
Yeah,
It's like
I
I
can.
do this.
you fist me? What?
No, that's what I do to the show every week.
You fist the show? You fist the show every week? I mean, people keep coming back for more. They must enjoy it. So I don't know.
Is that?
I often forget that I actually found someone who is more ADHD than me, and that sometimes Josh is like a fucking 6-year or a 4-year-old who's had too much sugar at Disney World, and here we are.
That's what
This is-
Murder Moose
this-
is. He
I
put it
know.
in a bag and he served it right to you.
Yep, exactly.
I thought you were gonna say he put it in a bag and huffed it, and I was like, "What does that have to do with anything?" Speaking of ADHD,
I mean, you were just in Florida, Ken, where people do all kinds of
Ugh.
insane drugs.
yes.
I just saw a story about a woman who got to keep her clothes-wearing, potty-trained alligator in her divorce. Florida is a magical place.
Oh my God, I can't.
And by magical, I mean hell on earth. Hell on earth.
I.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome
truly
back.
hate it here. I'm
Yep.
not even in Florida. Just this whole area, it can just go.
Yep. It's
Where would you
a-
go? Where's your dream?
Canada.
Aw. Because
It's in
Aw.
the game.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's in the
up there.
game. It's in the hockey game. My Avalanche lost to the fucking Seattle Trogdors the other day, and I was very sad about it. The Seattle Trogdors won, and it made me sad. Trogdor! Their logo's Trogdor. You just need to put the little arms on it. And it just makes me sad. It makes me sad.
Man, that's old school.
Trogdor!
We just aged ourselves because that
We're
came out
old,
when I was in
Josh.
high school. Fuck.
I turned 40 in August. Yeah, I'm getting very, very close to
Oh.
being 40. Very, very close to being 40.
Old fart. Old fart.
Dude, but I just realized I actually think I got sunburned.
Yeah,
I had,
you're so
my
Oh
boss,
yeah, I think you did.
I was sitting
was gonna
outside
t-
with my boss,
I was
My
gonna
boss
turn down
today.
this.
and for a second I thought it was from wearing my hat earlier, but then I realized I sat
There,
outside with
I'll
my
turn-
boss for
I'll-
like
I'll turn down the red.
an hour or something like that, and I think I got sunburned. That's how crazy the Colorado sun is. But yeah, this movie, I think it's not as good as 5 in ways.
Easily.
Like the stakes thing is my biggest complaint, and even with me shitting all over the stakes, I enjoy it. This movie being a fun ride. The bodega scene's fucking great. I think that
I love the what's her name? Mindy Meeks, like
Yeah.
the new Randy. She
Yeah.
is. I think she's my favorite character just because of how she talks and that she's missing the dialogue and she runs in
Yeah.
at the end like a Scooby-Doo episode, like "Fuck, I called it wrong again." It's so funny. She's just, she's so fun, and I love her
Yeah.
to death.
I don't know how she ran up. Like I said, she got stabbed real
But
fucking hard.
this movie's they're turning into Scooby-Doo. essentially. Like, it's
Yes.
you. So like,
It's
they're having
Scooby-Doo
fun.
with
So-
homicides.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
It's weird because Scream has that weird thing where Scream always avoided a lot of the cliches of the scenes, right? Never had nudity. Has there been any nudity in a Scream movie? I don't think so,
I
right?
don't remember there being any.
Yeah, I don't think there's any ever nudity in any of these movies. You just have like,
They're
you
pretty
just
much
have,
PG-13. This one's pretty much PG-13.
yeah, it's not. I mean, the face stabbing and the gut stabbing are like, yeah, it's just language mostly, right?
I
They
love
just swear a
the
lot.
ladder scene is a good tension build, like
Yeah,
part, and they're using old school techniques, and like the cutaway, just the blood splatter, but then also when she falls, it's just one frame of her hitting
Yep.
and then cuts again. So it's like super old school techniques that
Yeah.
are just done really well to make you think there's more horrific stuff. Like when we're talking about that Christmas movie, fuck, what was it? And then
better watch out.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like we vividly both remember that one scene being so fucking brutal, and it's not at
Yeah.
all. They cut away, and it's one of those things that I feel like this movie is going more in that direction to have you fill in the blanks more.
Yeah.
And I don't know,
It-
like I feel like it's
They
working.
also had that after effect where they showed the body, where
Yes.
her face is all fucked up. And it's funny because it kind of reminded me of watching. I just watched Deadpool 2 over the weekend, and when he falls in the
Yeah.
prison and just like his back is like
Yeah.
snap like a 90-degree angle because he like falls on that metal table. It's kind of like that. But it's weird because I've talked about it recently. Like like a lot of horror movies, I think a lot of movies in general, when people fall, they just like either show a silhouette or they just show the person on the ground like this, like, and you're like, but like there wouldn't be anything left of them, or they would be really fucked up depending
He
on
just
how they
wants
landed.
everyone to actually die in these movies.
No, I don't want anyone to actually die. Just I want you to show it to look like they actually died. It's called a horror movie, Josh, where
He
people
wants
get
to
killed,
see the
murder
tip.
killed.
Just show the tip at least.
Josh, I keep telling you, please don't send me pictures of your penis, and you keep sending me pictures of your penis, and here we are, and I
I've
just
never
have to tell
sent
you,
anyone a picture of my penis in my whole life.
you're a liar.
Proud of you.
I said
That
no.
response was weird. I'm sorry.
It's just one of those
That
things.
sounded so condescending. Like, oh,
I'm proud of you.
of you.
I'm so fancy. I haven't sent a penis shot to anyone.
No one gets my dick pics.
Wahaha.
No one.
I mean, that hurts,
No
Josh. I
one.
thought we meant something to you. Here we share everything here at Murder Moose, and you don't send us penis shots. Why, Josh? That's not fair.
So to put the shoe on the other foot, you gotta seriously fucking stop though. Like I don't want them, Rod. So just chill, okay?
Then why do you respond to me like going?
That's me dying.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you were coming. I just wanted to let you know that's what it sounded like.
No.
No.
It's in the game.
I don't.
It's in the game.
I don't even know.
Wait, okay.
anymore.
I'm
We
wondering.
lost.
Okay. I do have a couple more questions before we get out of here with this and to go over this. One, who did all the drawings in the museum? Was it Jack or
That
whatever?
whole thing is just so over the top. Like
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
That
Like-
was their brother, though, right? Their little brother, their brother that.
From the last one, Jack or whatever his fucking his name was
Yeah.
from the last one. I thought he did them all, but I just want to make sure. I believe so many of the things that they had in that museum more than I believe the actual Ghostface costumes. But I think that the best mask in this whole movie was Billy's mask because it had that cool. It reminded me of. It reminded me of like the zombie
Halloween
Rob
mask.
Zombie. Yeah, the Rob Zombie Halloween mask,
Yeah.
which is all broken and cracked, and it looked cool as shit as the Scream mask. And the fact that they were using different Scream masks during
It was
throughout
very
that was
Scooby Doo.
yeah. Oh, no, I not even Scooby Doo. I think it. I don't know. This movie is very love letter.
Scooby Doo.
This movie is kind of like it's like masturbating to itself. It's like looking
Yes.
in the mirror and going, "Oh my god, I'm so sexy."
which Rod does daily.
I don't know. I pulled my headphones out because my expensive headphones cable went out on me, and here we are. So, yeah, I don't know. Because like it's like I don't
But
know.
what do you think? What do you think?
Do I think?
What do you think? We know what Rod thinks. What do you think?
I think a lot of things. I personally really liked the whole museum, and I liked them showing all the different masks.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do too.
Yeah, I was kind of a clusterfuck with the 3 different killers.
I do think like the first time, like when the 2 killers pop on Chad, is a fucking cool scene because it's like
then they both do. I've always been the hugest fan of the cleaning of the blade.
Yeah.
Like I think Scream 1 was one of the first times I had seen that like really like emphasized in a movie, and I was fucking obsessed with that when I was 13. Like when I was making all the short films, every killer had to clean the knife. It was just like every time. It was so good.
That's
I had to
killing floor. You can clean your blade and stuff. Yeah.
I had to say another thing about this movie that made me giggle, and I'm like, this is the dumbest thing, and I really pointed out this time. The guy who kills Samara Weaving and goes back with the mask with her blood all over it, and then just puts it in the closet with her blood all over it. I'm like, you're just.
But he
leaving.
washes his hands with a steel.
I know, but you have the mask with her blood all over it. Another thing about this, it's probably pretty accurate
it's a
too.
Movie.
Like the New York media in this movie is all like, "Hey, everybody, everyone's going out and buying Scream masks," la, 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 la. And it's like you're just encouraging people, like making it easier for the Ghostface killers, right?
Which goes back to the whole concept of why do they get to be the Ghostface killers? Why aren't there other Ghostface killers? What makes them so gosh darn special?
Because they went after the core 4. I don't fucking know. It's just like it was like you went after Neff Campbell, and now it's you go after eyelash or eyebrows McGee, and then that's
McGee.
She's got eyebrows for days, man. That's all I can say. It's a contextual thing. They don't explain it, right? Like they don't explain.
You don't have to explain eyebrows, Rod. You do not have to explain eyebrows.
That's not what I was talking about, Josh. But so okay,
I'm ADD.
So
that was the last thing I heard.
Okay, so what I am, we're talking about Josh about who can be the Ghostface killer. So maybe, so the thing is, I know. Shut up, Josh. Shut up, Josh. So what I'm wondering, and maybe this is where maybe they do a Kirby spinoff or something. Maybe Kirby's going around like. They could have a like Criminal Minds, but with Kirby, and she's just going around finding all the different Ghostface killers.
It sounds like a Scooby-Doo episode to me.
Yeah, it does.
It's giving Scooby-Doo energy.
It's like Scooby-Doo with more murder. Because I don't know the last time I watched an episode of Scooby-Doo. I don't think anyone gets murder killed on Scooby-Doo.
I grew up with it, and everyone dies.
You're a liar, Josh.
Even Scooby dies.
Nah.
No.
They're core 4.
No. You could stab Scooby 83 times and he won't die.
But I want them to stab him like they do in Scream.
It's with one of those knives that goes in.
Yeah. Did you have those as kids?
I did. That's what I used in my movies.
Rod, you never had one of those? Oh my God, we need to get him every single one we can get our hands on. Those things were awesome.
I remember one Halloween as a kid, I was a ninja, and I literally, by the time we were about to go trick-or-treating, my dad took my samurai sword and broke it because I was hitting my brother so many times. I was like, bam, bam,
I
bam,
didn't have a brother.
bam,
I had
bam.
2 sisters, so I didn't get those opportunities.
They just beat the shit out of you and you had to watch and take it.
Yeah.
Throwing
They're
Barbies
like,
at me and shit.
Man.
Those things hurt.
Man. I mean, they're heavy pieces of plastic.
And when they had the long hair, and it would like whip you. Yep. This is the way.
This is the way. I mean, did they? If I got hit with Margot Robbie, I would think it would hurt also.
Is that out yet?
No, it comes out pretty
like-
soon.
I think it's like a summer blockbuster.
July 21st.
Yeah.
Do we
like
feel like that's
summer.
just going to be memed and like that's all it'll be?
No, I think it's gonna be good.
I don't know. Ryan Gosling looks really hot in it, so I mean,
Everyone
so
looks really
does-
hot in it.
Yeah.
It's
Even
just
Michael
like,
Cera looks hot in it.
I don't know.
I don't.
I was
I don't.
I was having a
You're
discussion
so-
with someone the other
You're
day
so
about
in
how
between when you say stuff right now, and it's the funniest thing ever. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Who
don't
gave you
know.
a soundboard? I don't know.
I don't know.
because Josh has broken my spirit. He's destroyed it and killed it and made. No, I'm just really tired today because I didn't sleep very well
know.
last night.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Rod,
know.
I don't fucking
I don't
know.
know.
Okay. Scream 6 is fun. It's not as good as 5, and it's way better than fucking 3, you lunatic. You just watched Scream 3. It's terrible. God damn it.
I like it.
Terrible.
I give it 5 stars.
Me and Ken are going to need to be finding a new member of Murder Moose next week. No.
Have fun.
What are we doing next week? Josh, you keep talking about Creep.
Let's
I was
creep
gonna say,
out.
are we doing creep?
Let's creep out.
'Cause
That's-
I'm a creep.
Is that British? What the fuck? Where's that movie from?
I think it's New Zealand.
I'm a weirdo.
Oh, Ken, what was the new website we were talking about you getting the other day on your stream?
Oh my god, there were like 5. I don't remember now.
So I don't even know what Creep is about. And where can we watch? I mean, besides
I
where
think
Josh
it's on
is?
Plex.
Yeah, it's
I
on
mean,
Plex.
I know that.
It's
Because I'm
100%.
wondering about.
My buddy
We already
Tyler
did-
borrowed me his DVD copy of it, and I was like, "Cool." And then I put it on Plex.
No, I'm just wondering because we had the other Creep. We're like,
Is it a 2005 creep?
yeah, yeah.
But I
someone
get to
suggested-
hold it in my hand while I watch it on Plex.
2004 creep?
It's I
Yeah,
thought
oh,
2004,
yeah,
2000.
Yeah.
But it comes up
Yeah, I
as
remember us
2005.
talking about it.
Yeah. It's probably one of those things where it was released in Britain in
Right,
2004 and then America in
right.
2005. It looks, I don't know.
You know what it makes me think of? I'm sure nobody has played this game, but I played the fuck out of it. There's this indie game called Infra, and it has to do with like going down through subways and stuff and like
Yeah.
the catacombs or whatever. But there's a lot more to it. But when I was just scrolling through stuff, I was like, oh.
It's they could do good stuff with that. Like, you know, it's one of those movies, and just remind me, like, what is it called? As Above Is Below, or the fuck that movie's called? Like the one in the found footage one, found in the Paris catacombs or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, that one's not bad.
Yeah, I've heard people like a lot of people say that thing is underrated. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You're
I'm not a
underrated.
big found footage person, and that one wasn't bad.
I don't. There aren't many that I love. I really like Tell House LLC. I really
that
like
one was good.
the first Paranormal Activity, the first Blair Witch. But yeah, I'm not. Most of the time, found footage are not very good. But you could do someone like
I want
The taking
more
a-
Cloverfield, but done like the first one.
Yes.
Because that one
I think.
was done so fucking well, and the rest have just been kind of packaged as weird things that have nothing to actually do with fucking Cloverfield. And come on, if you have a piece like Cloverfield that was done so well, just fucking make a good one.
And it's one of those movies you keep hearing rumblings that they're making a second
know.
one, but I don't know. Also, Josh, I thought of you this morning because I was talking about remakes of movies in CK stream, and I remembered that the Crow remake is coming out soon, and it makes me very sad.
Oh man,
Can I tell you that I've never seen the original Crow yet?
watch it?
I know.
It's so
can't-
90s.
It can't rain all the time, Ken. It can't rain all the time. And they, I think, left the scene in where he got shot and killed, which is really weird.
I
but
was gonna ask, like, why did they leave that in? Like, that just seems.
because it was his last shot. I I don't know.
Oh,
I
he
don't know.
said last shot. Ooh.
Bill Skarsgård is the new Crow, though. So here we are.
Well, then I'll have to see it because I love him.
Yeah, he was good in the new.
I love Succession. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Well, next week we're doing Creep from 2004, 5, whatever it is. If you can track it down, watch it, and come join us next week for that shenanigans.
Yeah.
You can follow everyone on murdermoose.com and go follow us on YouTube at Murder Moose. Just go type Murder Moose into the thing and you'll find us there. You go find Kintinue at Kintinue.com, stdmotel.com, stdhotel.com, onlynouns.com, and oh god, that's the one that always throws me off. And oh god, what's the last one?
You have to search Murder Moose podcast because it just comes up with a whole bunch of murdered moose. You don't want to see that.
What?
Quaint.
Oh, quaintaint.com. Yes. Okay, there you go. You could go to joshwrb.com and you can go to
wrbdesign.co as well.
Nice. And I don't have a website, so you just find me on Twitter and Twitch and all these things. And follow Kin on Twitch at kintinue.com. So, I love you motherfuckers, and I'm glad that we waited so that Kin could be here because Murder Moose, you are part of the Murder Moose, Kin, and we love you. So
I had a lot of fun with it. Oh,
good.
thanks.
Okay, we will see you guys next week for Creep from 2004, 5, whatever.
Because I'm a creep.
And I'm a winner or loser or whatever the fuck it is. Okay, guys, love you. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.